So a lot of people say to me, Andrea, okay, EFT sounds really cool, but I don't really understand how tapping could possibly help me in my life. What is this used for? A lot of people understand that you can use it for, stress, anxiety, managing your emotional health, but they don't always understand what the connection is for, limiting beliefs, negative self-talk, and those kind of things. And this is a really good question, and this was not something that I really understood until I became a practitioner, how this works. So I wrote out a little list and I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about it, because what we usually do is we look at what is working in your life and what's not working. Okay, by not working, I would refer to what are you scared about? What are you not confident about? What are you worried about in terms of, what people think about you? What kind of patterns are reoccurring in your life? Do you tend to be a people pleaser and take on too much work and then feel burnt out and resentful? Do you feel that people are usually judging you, or do you worry about being seen or feeling exposed? Or do you fear failure and those kind of things? So I wrote a little list here. And so some of the things that I wanted to talk to you about are, so for example, if you feel that you're, on the verge of burning out, there could be a lot of reasons, and it's not solely the way that your boss or your company is. Also, we tend to have some habits that can lead to that. So perfectionism is a really, really, really strong one for this, because a lot of times we can tend to exhaust ourselves, trying to find perfection and, do everything like another 10 hours, when really we need to be able to have these boundaries within ourselves that recognize when something is good enough. Another one, for example, if you've already burnt out, it can be really hard to trust yourself again. Like, how do I put boundaries in place for myself? Do you tend to have, people pleasing skills? Do you have problems saying no to others? And so you don't say yes to yourself. So the other one is negative self-talk. Negative self-talk is that mean little voice that tends to beat you up after you make a mistake instead of being kind and compassionate to yourself. Because often we say things to ourselves in our heads that we would never hopefully say to another person. Another thing is feeling confident getting outside of your comfort zone. Because a lot of people have dreams, they have goals, they have intentions, but it's scary to take the first step. Or maybe you've taken all the other steps and you can't take the last one. So maybe you created a website or something like that and you just can't publish it because you're afraid of what your colleagues might think of it. So the other one is feeling better about your body. So this is a really difficult one, and especially for women, as we get older, or we're worried about feeling too fat, too thin, we don't like the shape of certain things. Maybe we've had children, and so our body just didn't go back to the way it was before, and we're feeling self-conscious. And for a lot of people, this can even come in the form of, not wanting to go to the gym because, maybe we're afraid of people looking at us or judging us or something like that. So the other thing that EFT is really helpful for is healing your inner child, because when we have a wounded inner child, we tend to get triggered from a place of, fear, feeling defensive, feeling aggressive, feeling like we need to, protect the inner child inside of us. And this can come out in all sorts of ways, whether it's, being defensive at work, whether it's feeling attacked constantly when people really weren't saying things to us, and it comes out as us being very overly sensitive about things. This is a very hard one for us to usually admit to ourselves as well. And so the other one, for example, if you have your own business and you don't feel confident putting yourself on social media, for example, tapping can really help that. I didn't used to put myself on social media as well because I had the same exact kind of issue, but through tapping, I was able to resolve that and let go of that fear of worrying about what people were thinking about me. The other one, so sometimes we can fear speaking up or being assertive, letting go of, people pleasing. and finally getting a chance to feel hopeful and positive about the future, whether it's with your personal life, your professional life, or with money or abundance. These are all things that tapping can help with. So if that sounds like something that's could be helpful for you, if these are the results that you're looking for and that you don't have, then what is the price of you waiting for your transformation? So I still have this offer going on for the next couple days. Please reach out and let me know if you're interested. Okay, and we can start working on this right away.